Hi, my name is Ikem, and with me here today is Z, Zulay. I call her Z. Anyways, it's for people that are closer. The rest, for you guys, is Zulaya.
All I'm saying.
Okay, let me take it from
Oh,
you. Anyways,
okay.
guys, my name is Zulaykha Sulyman. I am a wife, I'm an architect, I'm a content creator and a digital creator. I also run a brand called Cubic Spaces where I deal with all your interior problems and I share interior apps. So yeah, that's me basically.
And the interesting part is that she was trained as an architect.
I didn't really change path, honestly. I
Mm-hmm.
still practice architecture. I still draw, yes. But I try to find a balance. That's why sometimes I tell you I don't have enough time, like, to do these things. And honestly, what I realized about digital creation is that it is not far off from architecture because um, from when you start architecture, or even before, you have this creativity flow, that keeps you going. And it is just like applying it in another place other than in building or structures. So it really, really helps me as a content creator. Like I have this creative eye that my colleagues, I would say, online find really
Difficult.
stunning. Stunning, and they reach out to me that like, how do you mix these colors, and how do you do your feed like this? Because if it's not perfect, like I'm not putting it out there, and I guess it's architecture that made it that way. So yeah.
So your whole journey, social media, content creation, which is, I cannot figure out how it's done because like it is so difficult. It looks so easy, but it's so difficult to build, to actually start from scratch. How on earth did you do it?
Honestly, you're right.
It
It
is.
looks so easy from outside, but it's very difficult. Anyways, mine started in 2020 during the lockdown. I had so much time on my hands. Like, we were basically at home,
Yeah.
as I was basically just, working out. I would take a walk and just get back and be like, and I'm the kind of person that I don't like being idle. So I'm like, okay, I have this time. What do I do with it? Then I just started putting out content on my Instagram page. I started with workouts. Yes, I remember, like,
Hmm.
just documenting my workouts on my stories, like the walks that I take. I would record myself running and just record, this I think I was using Samsung then, this Samsung Health thing.
Oh yeah.
I'll just put it up like a screenshot of it, like, oh, I took 10,000 steps today, I took 15,000 steps. And I noticed that there was this response, and I was shocked. I was like, oh, like, who on earth is interested in this little girl? I had a little over 2,000 followers then, maybe 2005, I can't remember. But people were in my DMs and were like, oh wow, I like what you do. And I was actually losing weight. It's not as if I've ever been chubby, but like you could tell that my face, yeah, was getting less fluffy. So I noticed the response. Then yeah, I was getting into skincare too, because just like I said, there was a lot of time. So I would apply masks and I would like order skincare and have it delivered. I would use it and just tell them how I use it. And my skin was getting really good because no stress, less sun, and all those things. So yeah, I started posting on my feed, and suddenly, like, I started growing. So that was how it started, honestly, for me.
And then from there, no ads. Did you do ads at any point?
Okay, yes. So from there, aside from even doing ads, I had to change path a little bit. Okay, so even though my skincare was getting response, like it wasn't enough for me, so I became like hungry, to grow. I think everybody's like that.
Yeah.
And I was sharing this thing that I was passionate about, which is skincare, but the growth to me wasn't commensurate. So I was like, okay, what else can I do? Then I would see people online, dressed a certain way, like expose their body, and I would see how they get praised. And I'm a Muslim, by the way, and I like dressing, modestly and conservatively. And so I was like, okay, so what if I bring this into this space? Since Instagram was for like, IG baddies, we call them, like with their slay and everything. And, I believe being covered up should also be celebrated. And I need to reach out to, ladies like me that were doing it, or ladies who actually want to do it, but they cannot see like a representation. So I needed to be that representation on the digital space. So I just started putting like outfits together and doing it to an extent, like out of the box. I would do like street styles, like wear like this really big denim jackets and denim jeans, and I just started doing it my own way, and I noticed that the response was like massive. Like people were interested in that sort of thing. So I noticed that the growth tripled and even quadrupled, and I was so excited. I was so happy, and the joy was now not about the numbers. It was about like the DMs I was receiving about how my dressing has helped them, how they found representation online, and how it was as if I was meeting a need. So this made me want to do more.
So it became like a mission rather than just
yes. So like my profile reads, inspiring confidence in young Black Muslim women. Because how you dress makes you confident, and you need to represent yourself, a certain way.
And then your space is Instagram mostly, I guess. TikTok,
Okay, so I actually want to get into the TikTok space.
But you're not there yet.
I realized that it's for people with energy. By the way, guys, I am not an energy person. I am a creative. I can stay in this space for a month. Like if you give me internet and I'm not an energy, and TikTok, oh my god.
You have to have it.
But it's really good. It's a really good place. I wish I started on TikTok. If I had started on TikTok, I would have grown. Yes, I would have grown. So I'm finding it hard to adjust on TikTok. I have a TikTok account, actually. Yes. But now, guys, Instagram, yes, is where I am, trying to grow, because I feel like, did I say Instagram?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. YouTube is where I'm trying to grow. Because I feel like Instagram, TikTok are like short form content. So if you're really trying to pass a message across, you need like a longer form content, which YouTube helps you to do.
Instagram does.
Subscribe
IGTV.
to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
We'll just put it up there.
Yes.
Instagram does that a little bit with IGTV, but it doesn't really.
Yes.
Because
So
the appetite on the app, people have different behaviors on different apps. When they get on these apps that have short content, they usually are very impatient. So
attention span, yes.
Yeah, so
Nigerians, our attention span, not just Nigerians, I
yeah,
think
worldwide, I guess.
our
Human behavior.
age range and all, we have this really low attention span. So, you just want to see that 30-second video and just keep it pushing. Okay, next. So, yeah.
And then on Instagram, there's it's quite difficult to build with what you're doing. Of course, there's the provocative pictures, which also sells. Like, you may disagree with it, but it actually sells.
Oh, is it true?
Like
They know.
yeah, and people are utilizing it. You see people set up an account, and then within months, it's like thousands of followers, and absolutely nothing. They've not said a single word.
That's true.
So then having to build with this, because like you're swimming against the tide, so to speak.
I know, right?
The difficulty of like having to push
Yes.
through all that
Yes.
and still like maintain that. And I guess you get quality followers as well. Because then it's a certain kind of people that will be interested in
My kind of content,
and
yeah.
it sort of excludes the rest,
Yes,
doesn't it? So how do you deal with that? Because here you're actually losing, there's so much you could have done, but then you have to just...
Yes. Okay, so this thing that you said, a friend of mine, Aziza, she's on YouTube here, she's on Instagram too. We were having that discussion like a few days back. I've been finding it really hard to grow my YouTube channel, and I am research based. Like I kind of person I am, I love to research, I like to read, I like to, so I'm like wondering, okay, so I'm doing all this work, and you know, YouTube is a lot of work, like, it's a lot of work. I'm doing all this work because I script my content, you know, I research my content, I want it to be meaningful, and I'm doing all this work and I'm not seeing results. So I had to, and she has been on YouTube for a while, she does vlogs on YouTube, and she told me that she has noticed that most girls, like covered girls from Nigeria, do not do well, except they are Hausa. And I'm not Hausa, by the way. I am Fulani, but I grew up in Ilori. Like Ilori is like a Yoruba land, Fulani and Yoruba, but you know we speak Yoruba. And she said that she has noticed that Yorubas do not do well on YouTube, especially that are covered. If you're not covered, like people would follow, people would subscribe, people would, but she has found it hard. So just like you said, like I'm finding it hard. However, since I have you know, a problem statement in mind, I would not care. I'm just trying to reach certain people and tell them that, you know.
So basically, you can't reach everybody, yeah?
I wish I could, but you know, it is what it is. And honestly, just like I said, it will get to a point that you're actually not doing it for followers. For me, Sha, because honestly, like, you get, what would all the followers in the world mean to you? So because I have that problem statement I'm trying to answer in all my content, I am okay reaching, you know, just like a niche. I'm fine with it. Let my messages be passed